welcome into this edition of the Lakers Report. I'm your host, Jake Rietma, fired up to be with you and lots to get to. We'll start with the latest Lakers trade rumors. There are some interesting names on this one that you're not going to want to miss. And you know what? Hey, in-season tournament, whatever you want to make of it, we are the champions, so we got a lot to talk about there. We'll break down what it means, and yes, the Lakers are raising a banner, so why not? We'll discuss it. And last but surely not least, we'll wrap it up with a Gabe Vincent injury update on this edition of the Lakers Report. So buckle up, dial it in, and let's get to it, starting with the idea of potentially trading for a huge name. P.J. Tucker. Yes, it's a big name. I know the name. You know the name. He's been in the league for years and years and been an impactful player for years and years, but not so much as of late. He's frustrated with his role with the Clippers, and frankly, I don't blame him. Ever since being traded from Philly to the Clippers, he's had a diminished role, and don't take my word for it. How about what P.J. Tucker himself had to say on his role? I feel like I still got a lot to contribute to a team to be able to win, whether that's here or somewhere else. I know myself, my worth. I know what I bring. I know what I've brought. I know what I can continue to bring. And with that, I want to be able to go to a good team that I can be able to help that. Now, that's important because P.J. Tucker, like I said, is a guy that is a proven contributor in this league. And over the course of the last 2 years, the output on the court speaks for itself. 125 out of the last 126 games he has started. So that's a starting figure in the NBA. But since November 27th, not only has he not started a game, but P.J. Tucker hasn't even played. So here we are in the middle of December, and a bona fide guy in the NBA, I won't say superstar, but obviously an impactful player and a meaningful contributor, has found his role diminish, might even be putting it nicely, because he hasn't even played since November 27th. So, yes, he would be a notable addition to this Lakers roster, but this Laker roster already has some notable names at the wing position. So you talk about the idea of pairing P.J. Tucker with LeBron James, Jared Vanderbilt, Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince, and Rui Hachimura. The list goes on for the wings on this roster, and that's a lot of players for one team to be able to bring in another guy like P.J. Tucker. So it certainly warrants a discussion when you've got a guy like Tucker that's unhappy with his role, but I'm not sure if he has a place on this loaded roster and what he would do in terms of the productivity that he could bring, and if it would, in fact, be worth the Lakers to make a move. I'm not so convinced so far, but you know what? I want to know what you have to say, so let me know. Get your thoughts in the comments. Should the Lakers trade for P.J. Tucker? It's real simple. Type T for trade or P for pass. Let me know in the comments. But, Jake, we want to talk about Zach LaVine. We're reading every article. He's all over there, and everybody knows he's rumored to be on the move. But what's the latest with Zach LaVine? Let's talk about it. It's all about that P word, patience. Got to be patient with Zach LaVine. Shams reporting that the Lakers plan to operate with patience regarding any deal with the Chicago Bulls for Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan for that matter. But it's not exactly what Lakers fans want to hear. We want it now. We want it now. But patience, my friends. Patience, patience, patience. So as it relates to this channel, we'll continue to monitor it if there's anything groundbreaking. But I think that word patience is what we'll all have to deal with as it relates to Zach LaVine and, to a lesser extent, DeMar DeRozan. So the Bulls are shutting down inquiries on Caruso overall. So he's off the list, and I know he once found his home in L.A., but for the rest of the league, you're wondering what the latest on Alex Caruso is. There you have it. Shut down. Shut down. You know what never shuts down? That is Factor, America's #1 meal delivery service. And I'm telling you what, folks, I've been telling you about Factor, but it's even more important now because we're in the midst of the bustling holiday season. And if you're like me, you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. And that's where Factor comes in. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you eat well for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. How about that? They're delivered straight to your door, sports fans, so you'll save time, you'll stay on track with your healthy lifestyle, all while tackling your holiday to-dos. And you might have a long to-do list, so here's some things you can cross off. With Factor, you can cross off meal prepping, cross off doing the dishes, skip the trips to the grocery store, cross those off, the grocery shopping, chopping, prepping, cleaning up, and get Factor's fresh, never frozen meals delivered to your door, and they're ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy. So head to factormeals.com/NBAchat50 and use code NBAchat50 to get 50% off, folks. I'm not even kidding. 50% off. That's code NBAchat50 at factormeals.com/NBAchat50 to get 50% off. And we love you and we care about you, so we're putting that link right in the description of today's video. So all you have to do is click on it, factormeals.com/NBAchat50, and use code NBAchat50 to get 50% off. Now, the in-season tournament, say what you will. You loved it, you hate it. The courts were weird, they were funky. But at the end of the day, when you keep score and there's a scoreboard, it's about winning. And I don't have to tell you that that's exactly what the Lakers did in the in-season tournament. So say what you will. You know who's making the most comments about the in-season tournament? The losers, because the Lakers were, in fact, victorious. They defeated the Pacers over the weekend. And you know what? Put it in the history books, because this was the first ever NBA in-season tournament. And I got to say, obviously from a Lakers perspective, it was a huge success. But overall, league-wide, I think the NBA in-season tournament deserves some credit. It was entertaining, it was compelling, and yes, as I mentioned, the Lakers won. A big reason why? Well, you got the GOAT, LeBron James, on your squad. He earned the in-season tournament MVP, better than 26.4 points per game, nearly averaged a double-double, but the 8 rebounds per game, and not bad on the assist part as well, better than 7 assists per game. And the fact that he's doing this at 39 years old, look at that three-point shooting percentage, all better than 60%. That's amazing. Field goal percent up there as well at almost 39 years old. That is crazy, because I know how I feel at 31. You know, the bumps and bruises, body doesn't quite recover the way it used to. LeBron's doing this at nearly 39, and he deserves a lot of credit for that. Now, the in-season tournament, not exactly perfect. Again, we enjoyed it. The Lakers won. But here are some ways we could improve the NBA in-season tournament. So, Commissioner Silver, I know you're a big fan of the show and you're always watching. Here's some tips that, you know what, free advice, so take it for what it's worth. But extend the time frame. Here we are in the middle of December, and it ended, it felt a little abrupt, if you will. I wanted more. More of a good thing is a good thing. So, extend the amount of time, and I love the money incentive, but let's get a little bit more creative with the incentives besides money. You know, yes, we're all humans and we all do operate being motivated by money, but we could get fun. We could get creative and have some better incentives than just the cash prize. But I did like the cash prize. I think the idea of incentivizing the in-season tournament overall is a good idea. But now let's get a little bit creative with it. Speaking of creativity, how about adding some teams from Europe? That would be wild. It'd be a win-win. Teams from Europe would get the opportunity to compete against the NBA. The NBA would, in return, grow the game. You know, the whole saga, this, that, and the other. It would be a big win for everybody. It'd be a win-win-win for the fans as well. And as Michael Scott reminds us, that's the best kind. Win-win-win. That's what we're all about here. And last but certainly not least, you guys all know the saying, addition by subtraction. Yeah, get rid of the courts. Oh my goodness, the wonky courts were an eyesore. I felt like my eyes were bleeding watching some of these tournaments. It looked like they were playing on like one of those trampoline parks or something. I was waiting for someone to bounce to the next court because it just looked so funky with the wild court designs. Let's just sometimes, you know, it's good to get creative, but other times it's good to Keep it simple, stupid. So please, please, let's get rid of those crazy courts, and that would improve the in-season tournament. But hey, overall, the Lakers win, and you know what? They're going to raise an in-season tournament banner. Look a little bit unique at the home arena there, and it's because it's the only in-season tournament there's ever been. But hey, again, you won it. Guys are happy. They're excited. I don't mind raising the banner, but you let me know what you think. Should the Lakers raise an in-season tournament banner? Let me know in the comments. Real simple, type Y for yes or N for no. Now, lots of reasons to subscribe to the Lakers Report. First and foremost, I'm fired up to be with you and appreciate everybody that's already subscribed. But if you want year-round Lakers coverage, we are here for you, and that includes news, rumors, and analysis, like today's video where we're talking in-season tournament, we're talking court designs, we're talking LeBron still getting it done as the MVP, and oh yeah, some trade rumors as well. Watch parties potentially coming in the near future. Looking forward to that. And you know, we'll be all over the free agency and draft coverage because that's what we do here at the Lakers Report and at Chat Sports. So subscribe, Laker Nation. I want to see this channel grow and grow because I know there's a lot of Laker fans out there that are missing the wall-to-wall coverage that we provide, and that's what we're here for at youtube.com/@LakersTV, calling one, calling all of Lakers Nation. Now, last but certainly not least, the Gabe Vincent injury update. The report is, and the hopes are, that Vincent could be back as soon as the game tonight against the New York Knicks on Monday. A week from now, my apologies. A week from now on Monday against the Knicks. Get my Mondays mixed up, but the point being, positive injury news there. Gabe Vincent in the midst of eyeing that return. We see the stats there on the screen, 2023 so far, just the 4 games played, but he's a guy that can contribute to this Lakers lineup. You see that field goal percentage up around 40%. Good to see there. Limited sample size in just the 4 games, but it'll be nice to get Gabe Vincent back in the lineup on Monday's game against the New York Knicks. So the sooner he can get back, the healthier he is. That's better for the purple and gold. Big one today, Lakers Mavs, 4:30 Pacific time. Let's go Lakers. Laker Nation, dial it in, and let's see some more dubs against a tough team in the Dallas Mavericks. Time to shut Luka down and the rest of his fellow Mavs. But appreciate everybody tuning in to today's video. Always a blast to be on the air and bring you wall-to-wall Lakers coverage. Shout out producer Coop on the ones and twos, keeping us abreast and fully operating on this edition of the Lakers Report. We'll see you next time on Lakers Report.